in American history, starting with Canada and Europe. Since Donald Trump took office in January, one proud nation has particularly been on the blunt end of his populist movement's attacks. Canada seems to hold a special place in Donald's heart.
We will always be the true north, strong and free with our elbows up.
What the hell are you doing? What?
Elbows up. For those of you who may not be hockey fans, elbows up means the other team's trying to take advantage, and if they come at you, they're going to feel it. You know, as Canadians, we have a reputation for politeness. We're polite, sometimes to a fault, but it is a grave mistake to see that politeness as weakness.
Canada has always had a unique way of standing firm, elbows up.
At today's Elbows Up rally, it was a chance for Canadians to show their national pride amidst the trade war and threats by Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
This country is the greatest country in the world. Don't ever forget it. We will never be the 51st state, and we gotta fight for it, though. Elbows up, everybody!
It's not just words, it's a call to action. A reminder that when times are tough, we stand tall with dignity, and we protect what matters most, each other. Preparing yourself for the challenges ahead, especially when their opponents were playing dirty. Elbows up is the signal that it's time to stand your ground. It's not just about defending yourself, it's about defending your brothers and sisters on the ice, showing that no one will get away with pushing them around. The elbows aren't for standing up for what's right. Right now, elbows up is more relevant than ever.
What the hell are you doing? What? That's Heinz ketchup. So? It's American. Why French's? It's Canadian. We're in a trade war, you traitor. What the hell is that? Timmy's. What? Timmy's is Canadian. Not anymore. It's Brazilian now. Buy second cup. What restaurant chains are safe? Boston Pizza, New York Fries. Basically, if there's American City in the name, it's probably Canadian. You're going to buy American maple syrup? Oh. Okay, that costs way more. So does freedom. Cheetos? No. Hawkins. I like my cheesy soft. There is no time for soft cheesies. Cheesies. Chips? Hickory sticks. Orange juice? Tomato juice. Old El Paso taco kit. Kraft dinner. Frosted flakes. Kraft dinner. And Kraft dinner. 2 boxes of Kraft dinner. I thought Kraft was owned by Heinz. Yeah, but KD is made in Canada. Ketchup, bad, cheesy, does good. What is this, like wiping your arse with the Charter of Rights? Try Royale. If it sounds English or French, it's probably Canadian. You drink Jack Daniels? Crown Royal. Right, because if it sounds English or French, it's probably Canadian. Right. Welcome to the fight. Welcome to the fight, soldier.
We all have to do our part.
Let's go. Mr. Prime Minister, Mike Myers, what are you doing here?
I just thought I'd come up and check on things.
You live in the States.
Yeah, but I'll always be Canadian.
But you live in the States.
Yeah, so?
Do you remember Mr. Dressup, the children's show on CBC? What were the names of Mr. Dressup's 2 puppet friends? Casey and Finnegan? Bunda, Spud, Howie, Meeker, Capital Saskatchewan, Regina, Tragically, Hip. You're a defenseman, defending a 2-on-1. What do you do? Take away the pass, obviously. What are the 2 seasons?
Winter and construction.
Wow. You really are Canadian.
Yeah. But let me ask you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Will there always be a Canada?
There will always
be a Canada.
All right.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
Up time. We will never kiss the gangster's ring.
But where did the saying come from? Enter Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, a longtime player for the Detroit Red Wings who grew up in Saskatchewan. A nice guy off the ice.
If you don't blame no one, just give credit to the other.
But his opponents called him Mr. Elbows for his favorite way to get back at a player.
Sort of gave him a little poke check. They didn't want to get too close. I mean, his elbows were massive.
Howe broke nearly every player record in the book and led his team to 4 Stanley Cups. And his nickname stuck. Check out his statue in Saskatoon. Now, Howe spent most of his life in the US, but still considered himself Canadian, and often traveled back home to Saskatchewan. Even his own son went on to play for Team USA. Decades later,
elbows up, folks.
Canadians are now saying elbows up as a form of national pride. Howe passed away in 2016, but his legacy lives on, with a little symbolism. The Gordie Howe International Bridge will link 2 cities. Windsor, Ontario, where Howe's mother settled after arriving in Canada. Detroit, where Howe spent most of his career.
Canada was meant to be the 51st state.
As U.S. President Donald Trump continues to target Canada with annexation, Canadians are finally realizing that this is no longer a joke.
One of the nastiest countries to deal with is Canada.
His brazen threats to use economic measures, such as his trade war tariffs, to force us into becoming the 51st state are in essence a declaration of war. It is time to target just what steps, if any, the Canada could take to prevent Trump's annexation. Canadians have reacted to Trump's threats and insults through such means as publicly booing the U.S. anthem at sporting events. To grasp the degree of President Trump's delusions, he actually thinks he's being benevolent by allowing that we could keep O Canada as our state anthem.
We stand on guard
And he advocates that we could elect hockey legend Wayne Gretzky as our future governor.
He said, well, am I going to run for prime minister or governor? I said, let's make it governor. I like it better.
The rally cry of elbows up has now become synonymous with Canadians' will to resist in the coming tariff war. We could hit Trump where it counts most, in the pocketbook. In fact, one of the first directives issued by newly sworn-in Prime Minister Mark Carney was to that of Minister of Defense Bill Blair, instructing him to search for an alternative to the Lockheed Martin F-35 fighter planes.
We're at a point in history where the world is being reordered.
During a visit to the UK and France, Carney also asked British and French officials about the possibility of either of those countries building a fighter jet in Canada.
We'll be diplomatic when we can, but fight when we must. Elbows up.
Hundreds attended an Elbows Up rally at the nation's capital.
Gordie Howe.
Gordie was the sweetest guy on the planet.
Now as Donald Trump tries to force Canada.
But when Gordie did elbows up, it meant people got black eyes and people lost teeth.
It's against Donald Trump's threats. Folks spreading a message that's even become a political rallying cry. And mouth elbows up again.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next one.
Keep your elbows up.